What is chain of custody? So the answer would be that the process which involves tracking of the movement of evidence from the point it was collected, what were the measures that were taken to safeguard it, and the analysis life cycle by documenting each person who handled or accessed the evidence, the date and time it was collected or transferred, and the purpose for that particular transfer. We'll elaborate this using an example. For example, you are the forensics analyst. You collect the evidence from the site. You went to a site where the client said that our computers or our environment was compromised. You collected an image of a hard disk. When you calculated the image of the hard disk, you calculated the hash of that particular image right at that point to ensure that this hard drive that I have imaged has this particular hash. That means because hash is representing the data in that particular condition. Now you say that I'm going to collect this digital evidence and I'm going to move it to my lab. But to make it to your lab, you have to give it to the persons who are going to who are responsible for the logistics of taking that digital evidence to the lab. Maybe there are 2 or 3 or 4 persons involved in it. You have to make sure that the date, time, and details of the person to whom you are giving or to whom they will be giving that particular digital evidence are recorded. And every time, in every transfer from one person to the other person, the hash should be calculated and it should match the hash of the original hash that you calculated. If throughout the chain, when the custody is changing from one person to another, and at the end of the day, when it reaches the lab, the hash is the same as the hash you calculated on the site, that means the chain of custody was not broken and the evidence has not been tampered with. So this whole chain in which the people were involved, where the digital evidence changed the hands, this is called the chain of custody. And to ensure that the chain of custody was not broken, the hash would play the role, and it will ensure that if the hash is calculated on the site and calculated in the lab, they are both same. That means the digital evidence that was collected was not tampered with and it was not modified during the transfer, and that maintains the integrity of the chain of custody itself also. I hope that clarifies the concept of chain of custody. Thank you so much.